Okay, this very special holiday Christmas episode of Gadgets for Homesteaders. This one's going to be gift gadgets for homesteaders or anyone who has homesteading in their heart, anyone who dreams of the outdoors, wants to live rural, or possibly lives in a subdivision. These gift items are for you, or that special somebody you know that you're having a hard time finding something. A lot of these items are going to be relatively inexpensive, and I can work my way up, but we're going to start with pretty much some oddball, some fun, interesting gifts, because the homesteaders in general are a little unique, a little different. People that want to get into homesteading generally will buy what they need, but there's a lot of fun little things that they will just get use out of. And we're going to go over that right now. Okay, as usual in this video, I'm going to go over different gifts, but if you want, go to the video description, and in there will be notes and there will be chapters, and all the individual gift items will be listed under the chapter, so you can skip to each different one. And as always, like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. This was actually a great gift from family, so for me, it'll be the gift that keeps on giving, because I'll enjoy wearing this in some videos, at the end of the videos. It's just a good way for me to say it, because I'm not very good at saying it. So if you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe, and then let's get looking at these gifts. Okay, what is this? This is a roll of 550 cord, otherwise known in the military as parachute cord, 550 cord. The green cord. It is very skinny cord that can hold 550 pounds. It's very small diameter, but what's cool about this cord is you can use it for literally anything. If you're into prepping, survival, homesteading, anything, you can just use this. And the best way to get somebody some of this is it in some quantity, because they're going to have so many uses for this. We use it for clothesline, use it for emergency rappelling line. You can use it for anything, tying things down. And I'm going to show you right now some really cool things that you can do with 550 cord. If you go on different YouTube channels, forums, whatnot, they show you how you can actually weave with 550 cord. And then you have a cool item that you can actually use for emergency situations and have this cord. So let me show you that right now. Okay. With 550 cord, you could actually you can buy the buckles, and then you can make a survival bracelet. You got a survival bracelet of 550 cord that you can actually, in emergencies, take off and then unweave it, and you've got a bunch of cord. You can also make really cool keychains, such as this one, with 550 cord. And it's a relatively inexpensive item to buy some 550 cord. The other cool thing is, if you're lazy, you can just buy these pre-made from different sellers. I will post some links for just the cord, just the individual items that are braided, and then also you can get it in different colors. The standard color is the olive drab military, but as you can see on this one, you can get it in camouflage, you can get it in orange, pink. I mean, they offer it in every color now. So this is a great gift item for that oddball somebody in your family that likes all this kind of stuff. Okay, another item I'm going to go over right now. I'm actually going to go over two items right now. The reason I'm looking down is if you have a homesteader and they're lazy, you can get them the lazy homesteader hat from my YouTube store. But most homesteaders are not lazy. But a lot of homesteaders do canning, and one of the negative side effects sometimes when doing canning, depending on the season, is fruit flies. And as you can see right here, I've got the bug zapper. And luckily, this time of the year, the bug zapper has been dormant. But don't forget that it is a lethal killing machine, and it will get the fruit flies when they wake up and come back again. This thing works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's just a silent killer until it kills the bug, of course. And then you hear that very satisfying little pop and zap. But it is also You can just turn it off, or you can turn it into nightlight mode. But I prefer the blue death light, as we call it. But it is a great gift, very inexpensive, and people have fruit flies at least once a year generally. And if you do canning, fruit, things like that, you're going to have fruit flies. So that homesteader, person who lives in the city, pretty much anybody that has a kitchen and has fruit flies, great gift. And it's a fun gift because it's a conversation starter too. If people don't realize what it is and they come over and they just think it's a nightlight, and all of a sudden they hear some zapping and popping, and they're like, "What's that?" And you're like, "It's my bug zapper." Okay, now I'm in our pantry. Every homesteader should have a pantry well stocked, but one thing they need to keep monitoring is the temperature and humidity. So the next item I'm going to go over is the little Thermopro. It reads the temperature and humidity. This way you can kind of keep monitoring, make sure your humidity level is not too much, not too low. Also make sure the temperature is correct. Because as you can see, we have some pressure canned meat, and we have our temperature at around 57 and humidity's in the 40s. But it's a good thing to have. We have these all over the place. We've got them in our pantry, got them in the house, and got them in a couple other places. don't even remember where, but I know we have them. And then it's one of those things you forget them, but then you look, you're like, oh yeah. Well, gun safe too, of course. Got to keep that humidity down. You want those the pew-pews to rust. But great item, inexpensive, and they come in multi-packs. So highly recommended. Okay, since I'm still in the pantry, why not? Another great gift item. If you've got that homesteader, camper, anybody who's in the outdoors, and they like a specific food, and they go camping, why not get them one of these peak refuel meals? Especially like this one. They've got some oddball items, like this one's butternut. I can't even pronounce it, but it's but peak refuel makes some really good stuff, and it's one of those things you could go camping and have like a gourmet meal while you're camping. You just need to add hot water, and they make biscuits and gravy. That is really, really good. I'm probably going to cut over and show the video of me making the biscuits and gravy, but it tastes like it's from a restaurant, and all you do is add hot water while you're camping. And these are great because you can get gluten-free ones, you can get, ones with regular pasta, all kinds. They make dinner, breakfast, and they're really good. And it's kind of a cool gift for that camper or somebody who just likes this kind of stuff. Okay, while we're here and we're talking about peak refuel, they're going to need to cook that. So one of the cool gift items that you could give somebody is a little cook stove, such as the Jetboil, which is the preferred method. But there are inexpensive other ones that they heat water just as good. They may be not as compact, or they may not be as name brand, but they work pretty good. And I will put those in the links. While I'm still in the pantry, I'm going to go over another gift idea. See if you can see this. Jellies and jams. If you're a homesteader and you want to give a gift to another homesteader or somebody who's not a homesteader, or maybe you grow something different than another homesteader and you want to just give something cool that you made. Jellies and jams are just a cool, neat little item, and you could package these up different ways, make them, or just even give it as, not even just some fruit, not even jellies or jams, but just like maybe some canned fruit. I probably wouldn't go with the canned meat. It's good, but it's just not very appealing in the canned state. But, these are not fruit. Okay. But like this one, here's some jelly right here. It's cute. It's cool. You can just, It says raspberry jam on top. You can put like little ribbons and do like really cool stuff. You can even find smaller glass jars. And then give you one other item that you can give as a gift while I'm in here. If you happen to be a homesteader like we are and have a freeze dryer, you could do some cool freeze-dried gifts too. Like this one's just some mixed vegetables, and we use a ball jar, And then just, we use a food saver vacuum sealer. So we'll suck the air out of this and the top pops down. But you could do like ice cream, you can do candies, all the cool stuff that everybody wants now out of, you know, freeze-dried items, fruit, things like that, and just package them really neat. The big thing with holidays and Christmas is the thought behind the gift is usually just as important as the gift itself, if not more important. It's you know, it's one of those, it's, you know, when somebody gets it, like, oh, it's the thought that counts. It's kind of neat when you think about something and then, you know, get them something cool and or something you made. So these are some really cool items, you know. So I think I'm gonna leave the pantry now, so I'm gonna go to the next items. Okay, I lied. I'm still in the pantry, but another item is empty glass jars. If you know somebody who's a homesteader, because they like to can and they will always be canning and they could never have enough jars. So even if you find some killer deals on some empty ones like this, or you go to a garage sale and you find some like old antique ones, you know, because even if they're still not food grade or you don't trust them, you don't know what's been in them, you can still use them for so many cool things. So it's one of those light items that homesteaders really like, glass jars in general. So that's another cool item. Okay, here's another gift idea for the homesteader. Fanny pack. Well, I shouldn't say every homesteader likes fanny packs, but a lot of people do. They're really useful, and as you can see, I've got a lot of them. And this isn't even all of them, sadly. But I like to have different fanny packs because I keep them loaded up for different things. Like I've got my I'm going out hiking fanny pack. I've got my I'm working around the yard fanny pack. I've got my I'm going to town fanny pack. I've got different fanny packs, but they are just a cool way to carry different things. Your EDC, your everyday carry. And what is everyday carry? You know, your car keys, your concealed carry pistol, your flashlight, your knife, your multi-tool, your 550 cord, which they're gonna get, you know. And a lot of them are really neat because they have Velcro on them, and you can put cool patches on them, such as, you know, this Stay Rad patch, which is pretty rad. Okay, while we're on the topic of fanny packs, one of the cool things you could add to your fanny pack is patches. And believe it or not, patches make a fun gift. The military style, they call them morale patches, to boost morale, kind of have fun. They're kind of a cool gift idea too. I actually got some really cool ones this year for Christmas. So, and one of them, these three right here, they're, if you know me, they're perfect. And this one especially, I just love that one. I think I added it to a Christmas and I just completely forgot about it. When I got it, I was like, oh my gosh, I laughed so hard because it was like me in a nutshell. But I mean, you can get all kinds of them. You can get, flags, your military branch with the flag. You can get pirate patches, guns and coffee, don't sneeze on me. Pretty fun gift ideas. And you can actually get them personalized too. But they're kind of all over the place. So you can find them. And if you do want to get them for somebody that's going to use them on their fanny pack or their backpacks and stuff that have military type stuff, you want to get the hook and loop ones that have the hook Velcro on there. And then if they're an oddball like me and have lots and lots of them, you can't see this whole thing, but it's a big folding piece of fabric that actually holds all of them on there. So I'll zoom out here really quick. You can, and then it folds up. So I've had this thing for a while, but I gotta just haven't had a chance to really hang it up. So okay, another one of these items that I want to go over that's kind of a cool gift idea. It's more for I would say the homesteader that owns guns, but it's still really cool. It is the Savior brand. They're just little bags. You can see they're not very big, but you get a couple of them in the package. I want to say like 3 of them. They're just a zippered pouch, kind of like a shower bag, and you can put bullets in them. They're made of really good material. I really like them because you can get them in the M81 woodland camo, which was the camo that I originally started my military career with. That was phased out. But I still love this pattern. It just reminds me of my roots. So, but they also come with a hook Velcro spot so they can put patches on there if they want, like we went over some of those cool patches. But they also come with these little patches like this that you can take a Sharpie and you could write on there 22 caliber, 9mm, stove parts, whatever, just whatever they want to store in these. But they're little, very nice pouches. They actually have the 550 cord, and there's another use that you could use that big roll of 550 cord. If you have broken zippers or you want to modify your zippers so they're silent, you take off the metal part and you put a piece of 550 cord through it and knot it. And cool thing about 550 cord, when you cut it to size, you just heat up and melt the ends, and then it will not fray because it's actually an outer sheath and it's got some strands inside of it. So these are really cool gift ideas. Really cool. Okay, here's another cool gift idea. A multi-tool. And these are just to kind of give you an example. Like here's literally the simplest multi-tool you can get. It has a screwdriver that you can pull out, spin it around. So you got a Phillips and a regular. It's got a bottle opener, and you could use it as a keychain. And these are really cheap and inexpensive. You can get a higher end, like Gerber tool, multi-tool. You got all the different things, pliers, cutters, knife blades, all that. I've had this one, not my whole military career, but I got it in my my last re-enlistment, and it's very good. Gerber's, you can't go wrong. But maybe these are not that cheap, so maybe you don't want to spend that much. You've got just any of these generic, no-name multi-tools. They're very similar. And, hey, they might not last 100 years, but having one of these, so much more handy than not having one at all. Because, you can still do the same thing. You've got, set of pliers, you've got cutters there, you've got, different kind of tools. I think they've even got, like, knife blades, all kinds of little things. Look at these things. And these things you can get them very inexpensive. Walmart has some right now that are, I want to say, less than $10. And they're just a really good gift. For less than $10, you can get multiples of these and just put them, put one in your truck, put one in, your anything, your range bag, your tractor, just have them all over the place for that price. So, if you have that person in your life that does a lot of different things and is kind of scatterbrained like I am and forgets things, maybe give them two of those, two or three of them. They're going to find a lot of value in that. It's just a cool, cool item. And I have a lot of them, and I have them all over the place. So highly recommend an inexpensive multi-tool. Okay, now we're going to go over Harbor Freight Apache cases. They are a hard plastic case that is water resistant, drop resistant, and they can be used for almost anything. When you get them, they are, I'll show you right now. Okay, when you get them, they just have, little silica pack in there you toss, but it is that foam that you can actually separate and pluck, and you could cut out shapes to fit things in there and put all kinds of things in there. And there's actually multiple layers, so you could do, maybe you want to fit something down here and then make another layer, put a space, and then put another layer of foam, and you can kind of see how the foam plucks out. You can pluck those out and make any kind of shape with this to fit things you do not want to break into here. And Apache cases come in from small like this to medium like this to literally rifle length big cases. But the best time to buy an Apache case is when Harbor Freight does a sale on them. They just recently had them 40% off. So if you keep an eye out, they are a great deal at 40% off. A phenomenal thing. And you can get them in tan, black, and I want to say orange, because I have an orange one. But I think that's the three colors they have them in. They may have more new ones though, so great item. Okay, so now we've done mostly really inexpensive items. I'm going to go over one last item that I feel is a cool gift, and the prices come way down. These things used to be like thousands of dollars. Now they're less than, I want to say, $50. But it is such a cool item. And if you're a homesteader or you're a do-it-yourself person or just a homeowner, it's one of those things that you'll find yourself using all the time. And it's just such a cool thing. Okay, what is it? It is a inspection camera. So you have a handheld little device with a screen on it, and then you have a long cable with a little light on the end, and it's got a camera built into it. And you can stick it into like holes, you can stick it into like, you know, parts of the engine and stuff that you can't, you know, you can't even look inside of there. So it's just so cool. I'm gonna show you right now. Okay, let's unbox this thing. So here's this is it. So you get a handheld unit, and then you get a long thing of cable, and then you can turn this thing on. See the little probe lights up, and you can probably see it looking back at me upside down, but there I am on the screen. It's like, hey, you looking at me? But it is a neat thing. With this, you have this long cord, and this little handheld device, you can actually take stills and snap photos from the live video feed on this. So if you're trying to find a problem inside of something, maybe you've got a leak somewhere and you can't reach into there, you can stick this thing in there, and this little probe goes into places, and it's got a light, and it can see in the dark in little small spaces. I've used it so many times, and it's, like I said, in previous life, we used to use these in the quality department, in manufacturing, you know, to find problems in a, you know, small little machine features inside of hydraulic motors, inside of you know, just different various things like that in hard to reach places. And these were expensive when these first came out, and now they're just super affordable, and they're just such a it's like one of these, why didn't I have this before? The thing is, like, nothing else can do this job. You know, it's a, you know, you've probably seen these in movies with like SWAT teams will like use this underneath the door. You can stick it underneath and, you know, kind of like, you know, see if there's like terrorists in there. I mean, you don't need it for that, but I mean, you can, like I said, you can get it into, you know, maybe you found a mouse hole, you want to see where they're going, where they're coming out of. You found a hole in a building, you know, don't know where it goes, a crack in something. You want to inspect a pipe. I mean, you've got a lot of material in here that you can stick this down a pipe and look for cracks. I mean, the uses for this are endless, and it's just a really cool gift. And it's one of those things, like, nobody would think that somebody would get them one of these. You know, it's just like, so they're like, whoa, and then they get it and they're like, wow, why didn't I get one of these before? You know, because I've used this quite a bit. I mean, there's so many things that, you know, are hard to get into, and hopefully this was helpful. Okay, thanks again for watching this, and just FYI, next week's probably going to be a really lame video. I made a video of just me installing something on the truck just to give myself a break, because in general, YouTube punishes you when you take breaks, and it kind of disrupts how they promote you with the algorithm and all that. So I try to keep to my schedule. Every Monday will be a review, how-to, a gadgets video, and then Friday will be the longer what's going on in the homestead video. So next Monday's video is not going to be, unless you have an old Silverado and you wanted to add some Molly storage pouches, that's what the video is going to be about. Just to give my wife and I a little break. We had traveled to Wisconsin for Thanksgiving, had a great Thanksgiving with family, and we just wanted to take a little time off. So I apologize about that in advance, but I assure you the Friday videos, I will do my best to make them interesting. And want to give a shout out to everybody back in Kenosha County. Family and friends, we miss you. And a shout out to UW of Platteville, a few girls there that are fans of the channel, so thank you. And then I will tell them one day why there is a toolbox in the kitchen, but that's a long story, so I'll get to that some other. Wanted to add one more time, likes and subscribes go a long way. My previous life, very data driven, and I set goals for myself. So I'm been struggling to hit my 4,000 subscribers. I'm getting close, and then I keep getting some, and it just keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down, and it's not frustrating, but it's just, I'm always trying to figure out why, and that's the way my brain works. So I, keep trying to up it up or do, different things, and I've decided I enjoy this is fun, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and But like I said, if you do enjoy, please like and subscribe, because it'll help my my data metrics that I'm monitoring, and it'll help my channel grow. And ultimately, I'd like to, inspire more people to go homestead, get in the outdoors, move to where they wish they could move to, or live through our move and just experience what we're experiencing. So hopefully this was helpful. If I probably will talk to you before Christmas, because we still have a little ways to go. But if for some reason you don't get a chance to see those videos, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And God bless, be safe, and enjoy some time with family. It's that time of the year. It was great visiting family. It was it's hard to say. Even when we lived back in civilization, I guess, as you could say, we didn't see family as often as we liked, but we knew we were only 5-10 minutes away. So it is a little different when we're about 10 hours away. So it does make it a little harder, I will say that. But to everybody else, thanks again for watching. To new people watching, hopefully these helped you inspire to get some gifts for the hard people to get gifts for. And thanks again, and like and subscribe. I gotta support this shirt, because it was a gift, and I love it. I do. So thanks again. Bye.